Y'all can sign me up for any habit that is going to make me magnetic to my manifestations. And that's why on today's podcast episode, I'm going to be talking about 5 habits that will make you magnetic to your manifestations. These 5 habits have been game changers for me and have honestly just helped me manifest so many of the things that I desire into my life. So let's dive into it. What's up, and welcome to the No Bullshit Manifestation Show, the podcast that demystifies all of the nonsense that surrounds manifestation and gives you a realistic view of what it's like to be on a personal, professional, and spiritual growth journey. I'm your host, Kat Kozad, manifestation and money mindset expert, and I'm so happy you're here. Let's fucking do this thing. Y'all, today's podcast episode is going to be a short but sweet one for you because honestly, I just want to cut out all the fluff. Want to cut out all the nonsense, and I want to deliver these 5 habits to you so that you can start to implement them into your life as soon as possible, because they quite literally will make you so much more magnetic to your manifestations. So without any sort of long intro into this, let's dive into the first habit. So the first habit is getting rid of excuses. This is a huge one for all of us. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you think that you have no excuses in your life. You do. We all do. It's something that we just naturally and subconsciously do to try and protect ourselves from different situations. And catching yourself in these excuses will change the way in which you are attracting and manifesting more of what you want into your life. So I want you to ask yourself, where are you keeping yourself small? Why are you creating excuses in the first place? Because excuses are a surefire way to keep you where you are and not move you closer to your manifestations. So, for example, in my life right now, I have been a stickler on calling myself out on my excuses and really shifting and understanding why I was creating that excuse in the first place. So example of that is in the morning, sometimes I'll wake up and be like, oh, Kat, you should snooze your alarm, or you should stay in bed a little bit longer because your body needs to rest more than it does need to get up and start your day. That may be true sometimes, but most of the time it's not actually true, because your girl is definitely getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. So being able to call myself in that excuse and actually get started with my day moves me closer to my manifestations. Or another excuse that I often find myself in is telling myself the story that I can do something that I said I was going to be doing on a different day to create more space in my schedule. Nope, if I put it in my schedule, I should probably do it when I said I was going to versus create the excuse as to why it's better on a different day. So I encourage you to look at these micro moments in your life. Where are you creating excuses for yourself? Where are you saying that things should be done in a different way, or that you can push it back, or that it's not that big of a deal, or you're defending your limitations versus defending what you desire for yourself? Because quite literally, by the law of attraction, the more that you create excuses, the more that you are going to attract more things in your life that you're going to have to excuse. The more excuses that you have, the more you will attract excuses into your life, or reasons that you need to excuse things, versus just being in the energy of, this is what I declare and this is how I am going to show up as a byproduct of that. So habit number 1 is getting rid of your excuses. I encourage you to make a list. What is your list of excuses? What are those stories or those habits or those behaviors that you just automatically go into that you know are not serving or supporting you right now? And how are you defending those things? Look at those, look at why you're defending them, how you're defending them, and start to catch yourself in it, call yourself out, and shift that behavior, because that will absolutely shift your vibration and therefore make you more of a clear channel to manifest the things that you desire into your life. Your second habit to become magnetic in your manifestations is dreaming big. So there is that cliche saying that if your dreams don't scare the shit out of you, they aren't big enough. I'm a full believer in that. because dreaming big is one of the most powerful ways to energetically expand yourself beyond what you have right now. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that the dreams that you have on your heart, the things that you can't stop thinking about, the intentions, the manifestations that you want to call into your life, they have been placed on your heart for a reason. And most of us have been conditioned to question ourselves and believe that those dreams are too big or that we're not capable of creating them in the first place. But the reality is that you wouldn't have that desire if you weren't capable of manifesting it. Your soul quite literally incarnated into your human body to manifest that thing. So dare to dream big. Dare to connect to the dreams that you once had, the dreams that you thought were too big as a kid or throughout your upbringing. Remember what those things were and see how they still ring true for you today. For example, in my life, when I was a little kid, I dreamt of being an actress or a singer. And more importantly, I dreamed of being in the spotlight. I had this very deep knowing inside of myself that I was meant for more and that I was supposed to be seen by the world. And while today I do not have the desire to be an actress or to be a singer, I still have that desire, that dream of being in the spotlight. I have the dream of being a household name because of the impact that I'm making on the world. I have the desire of being known and being celebrated. And for that reason, I know that that dream is what I am meant for. And the more that I continue to follow that, the more that I continue to honor it, the more that I will magnetize the different manifestations and opportunities that support it. Because that's how this whole manifestation thing works. When you follow the things that are most connected to your heart, to your soul, to your intuition, and to your purpose, then the universe starts to clear the path in order to make those a reality for you. Ever since following my dreams and giving myself permission to own and honor what it is that I genuinely want for myself, there's been so many doorways of opportunity that have been presented versus when I was doing what I thought I needed to do or what I thought I should do, what I thought was safe based off of societal conditioning, so on and so forth. So coming back to this place of you honoring what is true for your soul, that is when these doorways for manifestation start to open and you become magnetic to those dreams, those desires, those things that you've held close to your heart, and honoring them is the best thing that you could possibly do. So your dreams are not too big. They are perfect for you, and I dare you to dream as big as you possibly can. The third habit is setting intentions regularly and being intentional on a day-to-day basis. So if y'all listen to the podcast, you know that I talk about intention all the time, and that is because intention is key for your manifestations. Oftentimes, you'll also hear me talk about manifestation as intentional manifestation versus manifestation. And the reason for this being is because we're manifesting all the time, whether you're aware of it or not. You have manifested every single thing in your life up until this point. And when you start to make manifestation intentional is when it feels as though you are reclaiming power over the driving wheel, the steering wheel of your car and pointing it in the direction that you want it to go. So what does it mean to be intentional? What it means is you setting the tone, you setting the precedent of the energy in which you're available for and you are going to embody on a day-to-day basis, and then showing up as that day in and day out. By bringing that level of awareness into your day-to-day actions, your day-to-day thoughts, your day-to-day habits, that is the essentially like steering wheel. That is what is going to bring you on course with what it is that you desire to manifest into your life. The way that I like to think about this, like I said, is kind of like when you are moving about life without intention, it's kind of like you're getting into a car and you're just driving around with no sense of direction, hoping that you'll get to the end destination. That doesn't work. We all know that when you get into a car and you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get to where you want to go. So getting in that car with purpose, with intention, with direction, knowing the route, and it's not necessarily having it all paved out, but holding the energy of what the end destination is. So let's say you're wanting to manifest success within your career. Showing up with the energy of already being successful within your career, already feeling that level of fulfillment, already feeling that level of success, already feeling like you've accomplished what it is that you desire, holding the belief system of that version of yourself who already feels accomplished, showing up with the actions and the behaviors of the person who is successful in what they do. That is intention. That is you giving the perfect formula to your energy, to your vibration to shift and be emitted out into the universe, and then by the universal law of attraction, attract back in more people, circumstances, situations, things that are going to support that energy and help you get to the end destination. And you can probably pick up on, in me talking about this, the fact that there is a big difference between intending to manifest something and wanting to manifest something. When you intend to manifest something, when you have that intention behind your manifestation, that means that you are taking active steps to co-create that manifestation. You are meeting the universe halfway. Versus when you just want something, that allows you to sit back and not have to do anything. It doesn't require you to change anything. And in order for us to live a life that we've never had, you have to do things that you've never done. You have to shift the energy in which you're approaching things. So I'm not saying that you have to show up and hustle and grind in order to manifest that thing into your life, but instead you do need to bring this level of intention to your thoughts, to your behaviors, to your actions, to your emotion, to the way that you carry yourself on a day-to-day basis, because that is the energy that will call in what you want versus sit and wait and wishing, not changing anything, kind of just hoping the universe smack dabs it in your lap. That may work, but you're not creating the intentional energy behind it to guarantee that it will show up. So you setting intentions, you being intentional is hands down the most important thing that you can do for your manifestations. And for this reason, I've actually left a free intention setting guidebook for you down below in the show notes. You can click the link down below in the show notes to claim your free intention setting guide. This is a guide that I've created for you that takes you through step by step how to set these intentions, as well as identify what actions, behaviors, emotions, and beliefs you want to embody to actually manifest those things into your life. And this is the exact process that I teach to my paying clients. So you're welcome, and go claim your free guide down below in the show notes. With that being said, on to our fourth habit, which is consistently investing in yourself. So y'all have probably heard this a lot. If you listen to any other manifestation podcasts or any other personal development podcasts, you've probably heard a lot about investing in yourself. And the reason for that being is that investing in yourself is one of the quickest and easiest ways for you to become more magnetic for your manifestations. Why? Why do you become more magnetic to your manifestations when you invest in yourself? The reason you become more magnetic is because you are immediately creating a value exchange. And what I mean by this is that you are energetically releasing the energy of value out into the universe when you invest in yourself. And by the law of attraction, you will start to manifest more value back into your life. That is simply it. When you are investing in yourself, you are showing up and proving not only to the universe, but also to yourself that you value yourself, that you see your potential, that you can connect with a higher, greater version of yourself. And that immediately shifts you into that energetic field. that shifts your vibration to the place of that higher, greater version of yourself. And you immediately start to manifest more of those high vibrational things back into your life. So, as y'all know, I invest in myself all the time. This is one of the, I'd say, top 3 things that I contribute to the success that I have in my life and what I've been able to manifest into my life, is that I have invested in myself. I have continually proved the value in which I have for myself and for my life, and allowed myself to not only show up and prove that value, but then also receive so much value back by the things that I'm investing in myself, which has just been this upward spiral. So if you want to become more magnetic to your manifestations, go invest in yourself. Whatever way that may be, whether it be joining one of my programs, whether that be joining somebody else's program, whether that be going back to university, whether that be shifting into some different career path, whether that be investing in your skincare or the food that you are putting in your body, or whatever it may be, your environment. Any of these things is going to show that value, project that value out into the universe, and by the law of attraction, attract more value back into your life. Simple as that. It's very powerful. It's honestly such a cheat code, and you should go use it. So that is your 4th. And the 5th habit to become more magnetic to your manifestations is embodying the next level version of yourself now. So with this 5th habit, I will say that every habit that we have talked about is incorporated in this. So you already have 4 foundational pieces of how you can embody that next level version of yourself now. But what I essentially want you to think about when it comes to becoming that next level version of yourself and embodying that next level version of yourself is to sit down and think about who you think that version of yourself is. So if you're in a spot for it, what I want you to actually do is close your eyes and envision this as I speak to you. And obviously, if you are driving a car or operating machinery, do not close your eyes. I will be very upset with you. But if you can, close your eyes, and I want you to think about that life that you desire to have. I want you to see the career, the house, the friends, the relationship, the money, the happiness, the connection that you have with yourself, the connection that you have with the universe. See that life, get that picture of it. And then once you're there, more importantly, I want you to see the version of yourself who naturally gets to have these things. Who is that version of you? When you think about these things, when you visualize that life, who is that version of you? How are they different than who you currently are? What do they wear? How do they talk? How do they walk? How do they present themselves? What do they know to be true about themselves? What do they know to be true about their life, about money, about relationships? What habits and behaviors do they have? How do they show up for life on a day-to-day basis? How do they feel about themselves, about their life, about money, God, relationships, so on and so forth? Close your eyes and feel into these questions. Get that clear picture. Because here's the thing about manifestation. Here's the thing about embodiment. It's less about the things that you want, and it's more about who you become as the version of yourself who has those things. Because you are the center point of your manifestations. And that means the more that you can harness your inherent power, the more that you can heal your limiting beliefs, the more that you can build your faith in yourself and in the divine, the more that you can connect to your higher self, and the more that you can see and own your potential, the more that you will manifest the things that you want and the life that you desire with complete ease. Manifestation is less of a game of what do I need to do to get what I want, And it's more of a game of who do I become and who do I get to be to receive what I desire with complete ease. Embodying that version of yourself is the key to manifestation. That is, at the end of the day, what this whole thing is about. So, there you have it. 5 habits to make you magnetic to your manifestations. And just to recap those for you one more time. Your first habit is getting rid of excuses. Second habit is dreaming big. Third is setting intentions regularly and being intentional in your day-to-day life. Fourth is consistently investing in yourself. And fifth is embodying that next level version of you right here and right now. That, my friends, is your formula to be magnetic for your manifestations. And like I said, if you need support within this, click down below to get your free intention setting guide. This intention setting guidebook is so good. Like, y'all, it's actually insane. This is the process that I use. This is the process that I teach to my clients, like I said, and y'all get it for free. So go claim it down below. I hope that you loved today's podcast episode, and I'll chat with you on the next one.